Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Joe Hindy, the Android Authority app guy, and welcome back to another episode of Google Play Weekly. We have a lot of awesome news this week, but first of all, happy birthday to the Google Play Store, which will be turning 2 soon. We're going to talk a little bit about that, some Ouya news, and the latest Humble Bundle, along with a lot more stuff, so let's get this show on the road. Square Enix announced this last week that they're working on a new RPG called Rise of Mana that will not cost an arm and a leg, at least not at first. As you can see from the video, the game actually looks really good compared to the remakes of Final Fantasy and Chrono Trigger that Square Enix has done so far. Insofar as we can tell, it looks like it'll play more like an action RPG like Legend of Zelda rather than the typical JRPG style that we're used to seeing out of Square Enix. There aren't a lot of details yet, so we can't give you an exact release date. We do know they'll be releasing the soundtrack on April 23rd in preparation of a summer launch for the game itself. In terms of pricing, Square Enix states that it'll be a, quote, pay-per-action RPG, unquote, so it won't cost anything to download, but if you look up the dictionary definition of all of those words, it doesn't sound all that promising. We'll reserve our final judgment for when the game gets released. XBMC has released a beta of their new version called Gotham, which reportedly significantly improves video playback on Android. Now, as you can expect, it being in beta means that there are likely a bunch of bugs and crashes, so you really shouldn't actually try this out until something more stable gets released. That said, the build does offer a lot of improvements, which is great because the app has always ran a little sluggish on Android. Some of the improvements include some minor polish around the UI in places like menu animations and on-screen controls, more consistent and improved video playback in both standard definition and high definition formats, and significantly improved battery consumption. For those who may be interested, the new release will also support Raspberry Pi. The only downside is that there is no evidence of Chromecast support yet. Regular viewers of the Google Play Weekly show know just how much I love a good Humble Bundle, and this latest one is one of the better ones I've seen in a long time. If you're not familiar with Humble Bundles, there are two ways to buy it. You can give under the average donation price and get a few games, or you can give over the average donation price and get all of the games. If you give under the average, you'll get Catan, Vector, Riptide GP2, which is a favorite here at Android Authority, and Zombie Gunship. This is a very strong list of games, and we've covered most of them before. If you're feeling generous and go above the donation price, which is about $3.66 at the time of this video, you'll get the premium version of Badland along with Breach and Clear. So for about $4 you can pick up a half a dozen great Android game titles. To give you an idea of how good of a deal this is, Catan on its own is worth $4 and Riptide GP2 on its own costs $3. Plus the money goes to charity, and who doesn't like that? The Google Play Store turned 2 this last week, and to celebrate its second birthday, it's tossing a great big sale. To celebrate its second birthday, the Google Play Store is tossing a sale of various items throughout the store. Where you live tends to change what you can get on sale, so if you live in Australia, you'll have a slightly different set of things on sale than people in the United States and other places. It is worth noting that there aren't any actual free premium apps available. What you'll find is discounted media like books, music, and movies, while apps are generally either getting discounts on the price of the application or discounts on the price of in-app purchases. Some of the more fun things up for sale are Black Sabbath's Paranoid album, the in-app purchases of FIFA 14, Star Trek Into Darkness, The Hobbit, An Unexpected Journey, The Amazing Spider-Man, Bad Grandpa, and some Dr. Seuss titles. The Ouya was a pretty big deal when it first started on Kickstarter, and it has since fallen into obscurity. With a new initiative called Ouya Everywhere, that may change. The concept of Ouya Everywhere is very simple. It's the Ouya gaming platform available, you guessed it, everywhere. According to reports that stemmed out of Engadget, Ouya is looking to make their platform available on other set-top boxes and smart TVs, which would greatly improve the experience of those set-top boxes and smart TVs. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of information other than that. There is no release date right now, and it's been confirmed that Ouya is still going forward with their yearly hardware refresh as scheduled. So really, we're just playing the waiting game at this point, although I'm sure we'll hear more about this the closer it comes to release. So who wants to see some trending applications? As usual, if you want to check any of these applications out, you can find the links in the written companion, which is in the video description. First up in our trending apps this week is the One Lucent Icon Pack. This is a brand new icon pack out of the popular icon themer, the One Dynasty. It's a neon-themed icon set with over 450 icons available. It also comes with 2 wallpapers and support for pretty much every launcher that can support custom icons. We decided to put this up this week in celebration because the AV8 launcher now supports custom icon packs, and we thought, hey, what a better way to celebrate than to get an awesome new icon pack like this one. AllCast seemingly makes our show every other week, and that's because every couple of weeks Koosh does something to it that's worth talking about. In an update that hit this last week, the app has fixed or improved many features like transcoding on certain devices, general performance improvements, and the ability to change the streaming bitrate to help stop laggy playback. And now it includes Muzi support, a new user interface, and a new icon. In short, it's a pretty darn big update. This may be a bit preemptive because the next Shazam update hasn't rolled out quite yet, but we have it on good authority that some big changes are coming to Shazam, so the app is worth keeping an eye on. According to the reports and teasers, the upcoming update will feature a brand new user experience, which will undoubtedly include a new user interface, new features, and some more new stuff. Millions of people have tried it, and the Google Play Store rating is really good, so it's definitely worth checking out. Chemco Games is probably the most known name in the mobile RPG space aside from Square Enix, and they have just released a brand new game called Rusted Emeth. In this JRPG, you play as a young man who rides golems. During the course of the game, you hunt down bounties while you try to figure out what destroyed your homeland and why. It's $7.99 usually, but for a limited time, it's $3.99, so if this looks interesting, get on it quick while you can still get it on sale. Last up this week is a goofy little puzzle game called Another Case Solved. In this game, you play as a customizable detective who solves crimes. The premise is you're in a world where candy is illegal, or you can also think of it as a world where King.com gets to make the rules, and you must hunt down criminals who are stealing candy and doing other nefarious things. It's free to play, it's goofy and fun, and it doesn't take itself too seriously. It's definitely a game worth checking out. Once again, I'm Joe Hendy, the Android Authority app guy. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and if you want to follow Android Authority, myself, or the rest of the awesome YouTube team, you can find our social media links in the video description below. If you're hanging out for a minute, we have a couple of awesome videos for you to watch right over there, including the best applications of February 2014, and Jace Broda wants to know how you think Android could improve. Finally, don't forget to check out the written companion in the video description for all of the source links and download links. As always, thank you for watching, and have a wonderful day.